Hi, I'm Christina and this is my June TBR. So I have 7 books here that I'm planning to read in the month of June, which is very ambitious for me. I normally only read about 4 books a month, but they all came into the library at the same time for me. So here we go. First up, I have Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro, and I am really looking forward to this one. I'm going to read this one first, definitely. So this is about Clara, who is an artificial friend. She is an AI, and she is sitting in a shop waiting to be purchased. And this is going to be my first book by him, but I really enjoyed the film adaptation of Never Let Me Go starring Keira Knightley. So I'm expecting this is going to be a great piece of science fiction, and I'd actually want to read a lot of his backlist as well, but I thought I'd most like to start with his most recent novel. So that's that one. I'm really looking forward to this one. So the second book I have is a thriller, The Good Sister by Sally Hepworth, and this is her most recent novel published this year, and I absolutely love Sally Hepworth's writing. This is going to be my 3rd book by her. I've read both The Mother-in-Law and The Family Next Door, and they were both excellent thrillers. I gave them both 5 stars, and they are actually some of my favourite thrillers of recent years, so I'm expecting really great things from this one. Now, I know very little about the plot because I like to go into thrillers knowing as little as possible. All I know is that it's about a pair of twin sisters who have a sociopath for a mother. So I'm hoping this is going to be very dark, lots of twists and turns, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I've been waiting for this one to be published. So yeah, I think I'm going to read this one after Klara and the Sun. So yes, this is probably going to be the 2nd book that I read in June. So the 3rd book I have is The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, and this is his debut novel, and it is a very popular book. It is a mystery. It's one of those kind of cozy mysteries, and it's set in a retirement village where 4 friends meet every week to discuss unsolved crimes. And then someone is found dead and they find themselves entwined in a live murder investigation. So it's kind of given me 3 Things About Elsie by Joanna Cannon vibes. I really enjoyed that book. It's one of my favourite books of 2021 so far. I actually really like the trope of elderly people as amateur sleuths. So yeah, I think this one's going to be really good, and I think my dad is going to read this one too. I think he's probably going to read this one before me. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. So the next 4 books have all been longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction 2021, and I've been following this prize quite closely this year, and there's quite a few books on that list that I'm interested in reading, so I'm planning to read quite a few of them. And the first one is Exciting Times by Naoise Dolan. So this is a contemporary novel, and it's her debut novel, and it's about a woman who has moved from Dublin to Hong Kong to teach children English. And I just really like the sound of this one, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one. So another book that was longlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction is Luster by Raven Leilani, and this is another contemporary novel, and it's another debut novel, and this is about a woman who has an affair with a married man that she works with, and then she ends up living with him and his wife and their adopted daughter. So I'm quite intrigued by this one. It doesn't sound like anything I've ever read before, so yeah, looking forward to this one too. So the next 2 books have been shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction, and the first of which is Unsettled Ground by Claire Fuller. So this is another contemporary novel, and it's about a pair of twins who are in their early 50s who live with their elderly mother, and they live a life of poverty, a very sheltered life, a very isolated life, until one day their elderly mother dies and their world is thrown into chaos. So I'm really intrigued by this one. Again, this doesn't sound like anything I've ever read before, so really looking forward to giving this one a go. So the other book that has been shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction is Transcendent Kingdom by Gyasi, and this is another contemporary novel, and it's about a family who have emigrated from Ghana and now live in Alabama. and it's about a woman who is struggling with the grief of losing her brother to addiction and living with a mother who is struggling with depression. And it sounds like it's going to be a very emotional read, a very powerful, evocative kind of read, and I'm really looking forward to this one too. So these are all the books that I would like to read in the month of June. I'm definitely not going to read all of these, but I'm going to start with Klara in the Sun, and then I'm going to read The Good Sister, and then I'll just see what I fancy reading next. So if there's any here that you've read, please let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If there's any here that you're interested in reading, let me know that too. And tell me what is one book you're planning to read in the month of June that you're really looking forward to reading. So thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you liked it, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more of me talking about books. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!